idea about healthcare. Healthcare is not about profits for insurance companies and drug companies. Healthcare means quality care to every man, woman, and child, guaranteed as a right of citizenship. There was an article in the paper today. The insurance companies and the drug companies are going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it'll be much more than that, trying to defeat Medicare for all. But if we stand together, we're going to win that important fight. Brothers and sisters, when we ask ourselves why the middle class is shrinking, it has everything to do with the fact that millions of our people are working for starvation wages. And we're sick and tired of an economy in which people have to work 2 or 3 jobs at $8, $9, $10 an hour. Our job is to raise the minimum wage to a living wage, $15 an hour. This is the United States of America. We should not have an infrastructure, roads and bridges and water systems and wastewater plants and rail, which is crumbling before our eyes. We're going to invest $1 trillion to rebuild that infrastructure, and in the process, we're going to create up to 15 million good-paying jobs, and many of them are going to be union jobs. Four years ago, when I was here in Texas, I proposed what I didn't think was a terribly radical idea, but some did. And I said that in a competitive global economy, we have got to make sure that all of our people, regardless of their income, can get a higher education. And that means college for some, it means trade school for others. A lot of good jobs out there, being a carpenter, a sheet metal worker, a plumber. And we have got to make sure that our young people get that training. And what I said 4 years ago seemed like a radical idea, that I said we should make public colleges and universities tuition-free and substantially reduce student debt in this country. Take a step back and think outside of the box. How insane it is that millions of people in this country are $40, $50, $100,000 in debt. For what crime did they commit? For trying to get a decent education and make it into the middle class. We're going to reduce that debt very substantially. And today, and I know what state I am in, we are going to take on Trump and the fossil fuel industry. The American people and the people of Texas understand that climate change is not a hoax, but is a massive threat to our country and, in fact, to the entire world.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, Trump may not understand it, but the scientists do. And what they are telling us is that climate change is real, it is caused by human activity, and it is already causing devastating problems in America and around the world. We have a moral responsibility to leave this planet in a way that is healthy and habitable for our kids and our grandchildren. And that means we're going to transform our energy system away from fossil fuel to energy efficiency and sustainable energies. And when we do that, we understand that the workers in the fossil fuel industry, they're not our enemy. Climate change is our enemy, and we're going to protect those workers in a transition to other jobs. And today we say to the prison industrial complex that we are tired of having more people in jail than any other major country on earth.
That's right.
And that we are going to fight and pass real criminal justice reform. Instead of spending $80 billion a year locking up fellow Americans, what we are going to do is invest in our young people in jobs and education, not jails and incarceration. When we talk about criminal justice reform, we're talking about ending private prisons and private detention centers. People should not be making money locking up fellow Americans. And when we are talking about criminal justice reform, we're talking about ending the so-called war on drugs. Too many lives have been destroyed because people have been arrested, got criminal records for the possession of marijuana.
Legalize marijuana.
4 years ago, when I talked about legalizing marijuana or decriminalizing marijuana was seen to be a radical idea. Ain't so radical an idea anymore. State after state after state are decriminalizing or legalizing marijuana, and some communities are doing the right thing and expunging the records of people who are arrested for possessing marijuana. And when we talk about criminal justice reform, we are talking about ending the absurdity of hundreds of thousands of people in jail today because they are too poor to afford bail.
That's right.
And we're going to end that cash bail system. And we're talking about police department reform as well. Most police officers work hard doing a very, very difficult job. But they need the training to understand that lethal force is the last response, not the first response. And today we say that we are sick and tired of seeing undocumented immigrants in this country being demonized. And that's what demagogues always do. They always find the minority and they pick on that minority. And we are sick and tired of that. So our view is, instead of demonizing undocumented immigrants, we believe in comprehensive immigration reform and a path toward citizenship. We are going to provide legal status to the 1.8 million young people in the DACA program. And we're going to develop a humane border policy for those who seek asylum. America is not and must never be a nation in which we snatch babies from the arms of their mothers. And today we say to the very powerful military-industrial complex, we want a strong defense, but we do not have to spend more money on the military than the next 10 nations combined. We are going to invest in affordable housing. We're going to invest in public education. We're going to invest in rebuilding our infrastructure. We are not going to invest in never-ending wars. today, when people ask me, they say, well, Bernie, you got all these great ideas. You want to rebuild the infrastructure. You want to provide free tuition at public colleges and universities. You want to reduce student debt. You want to address the crisis in poverty and homelessness. How are you going to pay for that? And I will tell you how. Today, we say to the top 1% and profitable large corporations, you will start paying your fair share of taxes. And to those billionaires and millionaires who enjoyed Trump's tax breaks, we're going to rescind those tax breaks and put that into the needs of ordinary people. What makes this campaign unique is that I'm not here telling you, vote for Bernie Sanders, I can do it all. That's just not the truth. The only way we defeat the powerful special interests, the only way we get health care for all, the only way we lower the outrageous price of prescription drugs, the only way we make public colleges and universities tuition free, the only way we rebuild our crumbling infrastructure is when we have a political revolution. Let me tell you what it means. This is not complicated. Right now in America, we have one of the lowest voter turnouts of any major country on earth. If we want a political revolution, we've got to reach out to our friends, our neighbors, and our co-workers. We have to explain to them that they do